Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
We are virtually tasting together at Old North State Winery. We do it here.
ONS.
We do it right here every Thursday in person. So when you can't make it, you just do the virtual, and you don't miss a freaking thing. It's awesome.
Well played.
Yeah, no curse words.
Well played, sir.
So, well, we're happy to have you. It's been another great week.
They keep on coming, don't they, Chef?
Time and time again, the people are showing up. It's great.
The Leafers.
I guess.
It's a great time of year to be in this neck of the woods,
Yeah.
per se, because it's absolutely stunning to be in the foothills and the mountains of North Carolina. This time of year, it is a show beyond equal to drive through these roads and see God's wonder on display with the leaves and the turning of the season. So it's no surprise that people are flooding into our fair city to take in the sights and the sounds and, of course, the wine.
Oh yeah. It is the perfect way to spend some free time if you have it, and we're happy that you can spend it with us. We're happy to serve. It's been just phenomenal to see, well, wait times every single day. It's pretty impressive. I guess the word's
Tuesday
out.
lunch or Wednesday lunch, and you've got to ask people to wait. You're doing something right.
Yes, sir. Well, we are going to start off in a little island off the coast of Spain. This is from
What a
Anima
great place
Negra.
to start.
Yeah, Anima Negra. This is their Quiba. This is a white blend that really brings the thunder, I like to say. Beautiful acidity
You are
here.
not wrong.
And
You are not wrong.
elegance, minerality.
Tons of
It's all
minerality.
over the nose.
Acid all over the place. Mouth watering. Honeysuckle for days on this. On the nose, that
Right.
is. Not on the palate, but on the nose.
Chef, we've
A lot of
dabbled.
lemon and honeysuckle and kiwi.
Absolutely.
Just a beautiful wine. Gorgeous.
We've dabbled in some Spanish whites, but none have really brought this kind of intensity of flavor, I don't think.
Oh, couldn't agree more. I mean, this is, so what is this, 50, 60 bucks a bottle?
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
That's what it's tasting like.
It's absolutely beautiful. This has somewhat of an intensity to it, maybe that you might expect from even a Chardonnay.
Well, it smells like a Chardonnay,
Mhm.
to be perfectly honest.
These are indigenous.
It's not even like a stainless Chardonnay. It smells like a full-on barrel-aged Chard. I mean, it smells like, I don't know, and it's not light on the
No.
palate either. I mean, but it's the citrus and the acid keep it light, but it's counterintuitive, but it's simply stunning.
Yes, so this is indigenous grapes to Spain. They're not household names, I'll go ahead and tell you that. Caille is one. It is actually a
Oh, the
red
Caille,
grape.
yeah. That's
Yippee
what
Caille.
that was what I was thinking. Just kidding. Never heard of it.
But it is a red grape that is blended in here, but obviously didn't spend any skin contact time.
They just juiced it and off it went.
This is a stainless steel ferment, as you can probably tell.
You
This-
can tell. I'm just saying the nose doesn't lend itself to that.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant, bright, great. Not surprisingly, since it is from an island, that it would be grape seafood. Lighter fare for sure, and of course any kind of, I can't think of anything that it wouldn't go with outside of this. Yeah, obviously it wouldn't go with, probably with a prime rib, but
Well, I could tell you it's pairing very well with my belly right now. I mean, what a wonderful pairing.
incredibly balanced too. Even though it has that really intense acidity, it's not out of balance whatsoever.
What a chef! Tell me about this presentation because we talked about Chardonnay. I mean, that's a Chardonnay bottle.
Yeah, it looks like.
So I mean, what's going on in this
It's-
island of Spain? I wonder what fish that is. It looks like a.
Yeah, and
It looks
they
like-
and they kind of give you a hint as to cuisine wise what it might go with there with that beautiful fish there.
It's a gorgeous fish.
And I wouldn't mind catching one of those, Chef.
I wouldn't. I was just thinking that. Put that on a 5-weight. Be a heck of a fight.
One of the things that blows my mind about this is that it's only 11.5% alcohol.
What?
Isn't that shocking? So,
Does not drink like it, I can
yeah,
tell you
I
that.
always think about how high alcohol a lot of Spanish wines get. And to have one that has this much intensity and flavor, and yet it's not gonna knock you down if you have a few glasses. You're still gonna be able to function.
And by function, you mean be able to drink more wine.
Mm-hmm.
So I would take it this family is not newbies.
No, they're probably the biggest name on the island. And so it is
That's delicious.
certainly white centric, but they also have Cab Franc and things of that nature. And the Calais that they make, they also make in red as well. So there are other options, but this is certainly a Mediterranean style
Absolutely. Oh,
area.
absolutely.
And I almost want to drink this whole bottle right now.
Well, one of the great things about being grown
Yeah,
is we can.
yeah. Now that we're done with our work day, now we're going to the homework.
Finally, dark outside, and we're done with our work day for a lunch.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you kind of what we're doing here. But, it's just super complex.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a little story for you.
Okay.
It's going to tie in, I promise. Can you just humor me for a second?
I got nowhere to be.
So, I would love to put a fish with this. You know how you called me a little while ago when I was running that errand, and you were like, I was talking about the snapper.
Oh yeah.
How great would that roasted snapper be?
Big killer.
That crispy skin and a little
Yeah.
lemon.
Yeah. What do you think
That
about
we're gonna do for the
chef's
chef's
table.
table this weekend.
That's right. Oh yeah.
This is the chef's table.
Well,
It looks brand new.
If you didn't notice, we are at the chef's table.
And it looks brand new, doesn't
Chef,
it?
I'm gonna take the liberty of showing them around a little bit. Your new toys.
There's a lot of new toys. And
So-
there's more coming,
Yeah.
which is fascinating.
This is we got all of our fancy toys and dishes there. Chef's got his new little fryer there, so he can do little flash fried treats at the chef's table.
Full of duck fat.
And then we've got this big range oven, 6-eye burner. Tyler, our winemaker slash oven setter upper, did a great job on that. And then we've also got this big beautiful cooler. So this is something that we've
Look
been.
at all that great prep in there.
Yes, we've been.
Oh wait, there's no prep in there, but there will be.
There will be. We've been sorely missing this for Chef Chris to dabble up here in person, and as COVID has relaxed somewhat in our area for sure, and as hopefully we get more employees, this will be something that everybody will get to enjoy a little bit more.
We're
Seeing
gonna
Chris
keep
out
our
here.
fingers crossed so we can get some more staff and we can do what Ed and I were born to do, which is be the true tandem up here and me not be a hurdle runner.
Yeah, he's getting a lot more mileage running back and forth from the kitchen.
Well,
but
and
I
not
think,
that it's not elongating my life, but I'm really sick of doing it.
I hear you, brother.
So we're hoping to have the true Ed and Chris show back up and running soon. Not that it's not.
Stay tuned.
Not that it's not. It is, but this will be another level, elevated.
absolutely.
A village level of
Absolutely.
chef table experience. But yeah, I mean, beautiful fish on this, beautiful wine. I made it go on tangents.
Oh no, it's great. It's perfect.
Yeah, a little tie-in there, but for your thing tonight, I don't have fish because I don't have my snapper. There won't be.
It's gonna be
I'll be here Friday.
Holland Butt up here
I'll
on
be here
the way.
Friday.
for
It's
the
actually
chef's
not
table.
going to hit the warehouse till tomorrow from the boat, and it'll be on our dock Friday morning. Can't get any fresher. But
That's great.
do have a great little Spanish number for you. If you'll grab that top one there, Chef.
This one right here. We're going full
So
on.
if we're in Spain, right?
Yep.
So I understand.
Ooh.
I read the Spanish Constitution earlier today, and they by law cannot serve seafood without ham.
That makes a great law. That's a great law. That makes a lot of sense.
So what I did is wrap shrimp in prosciutto. So we're still in the Mediterranean island thing.
That is beautiful.
But I doused it in white truffle oil
Yeah.
and then put some lemon emulsion that I made fresh with some from fresh cut scallions. So this
There's
would be
so much
something
going on.
you would enjoy sitting on the veranda in the seaside of Spain.
Oh
I just know it.
yes. Yes.
You would have some Parma wrapped, Anyway, I'll think of it in a minute. But you would have some prosciutto or ham, or with your shellfish.
Right.
You would have lemon. You would have fresh onions.
Serrano, maybe?
Serrano. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. I can't think. Thank God you're here to do the
Oh,
thinking.
yeah, between the two of our half brains, we make
I mean,
one.
we're gonna bring something home here.
That's right.
But I would think
To your health.
this would be cheers. This would be a great veranda choice of a tapas or something of that nature, and all the things that are indigenous to Spanish culture and cuisine, and with this world class wine, my goodness.
Wow. Well, not surprisingly, the truffle is wonderful.
Truffle really stands out. The salt from the ham, the brininess of the shrimp, the citrus from the emulsion, the little pepper from the scallions. I mean, there's a complex dish going with a complex wine. You know, and I know the truffle does permeate this a bit, but still, I think there's other components to this that are kind of shining.
Yeah, I also love how the actual wine actually enhances the egg of that emulsion.
I bet it does.
That's
I
really,
bet it does.
That's a really nice side effect. But yeah, we've
This
had.
would be a great brunch wine. You're hearing it from the
That's right.
Psalm's mouth here.
Yeah, but it
Enjoy
really.
this with brunchy items. It's going to enhance your egg, and you're certainly going to have support with brunch items and probably some shellfish too. So this would be ideal to have either as a appetizer at night or as a brunch item in the morning. You can't go wrong. That's why you should buy a case instead of $6. Because it serves so many different purposes. Yum yum.
Yeah, that's a good call on the brunch, Chef. That's banging.
Well,
Delicious.
This wine is tremendous. Tremendous wine.
Well, it's a tough job, Chef, but someone has to do it,
Well, I
right?
tell you what, if it's not us, who?
So, if you're looking for that, this is really a special way. And like Chef was saying, this is a very bold bottle, big, wide-bodied,
Heavy.
big punch, deep
Heavy
punch.
on
You
the
don't,
hand,
you don't
deep
see
punch,
you don't
yeah.
see that a lot in Spanish whites. It's interesting. It's like this weird combination because it is a twist off.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't even
so-
notice that.
But
when you
but
were
but
preparing.
that does help retain that bright freshness.
That's
I mean, I think
good
that's
point.
where they were going with. But it's a thicker bottle with a deeper punt, just like Chef would say. You almost would expect this to be like a Monterey County Chardonnay. Really beautiful label. I think the presentation value is through the roof here. The freshness that you're going to get from this bottle, I can't overemphasize how
It's
fresh
still,
and
I mean,
delicious
it's
this wine
still
is.
just so bright and expressive.
Yeah.
Expressive, I think, is a great word for this wine because, I mean, it continues to deliver well after you're sipping.
Absolutely.
Just is it gorgeous?
And I think Chef, when I was got a nice little scallion in there on that last bite, I could really see this just perfect for salads as well. The green, the pepper, it just really popped on that too.
And we all love a little pepper in our salad, and a little pepper. You know, everybody always wants the extra grind on top at tableside.
Yeah.
You know, all your roughage always needs that. So the scallion delivers in that void to put that in there. But you could even compose that as a salad, Chef. You'd have a little.
You sure could.
You could have some radicchio and prosciutto and shrimp and a little. You could even make
Even a
have play
Caesar.
on that.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah,
play
yeah.
on Caesar on that.
Yeah, it could be because
you
I
would-
think the anchovy would be killer with
Oh
it too.
my God.
It
Perfect.
does seem to play very well salinity, and of course, as you know, those anchovies can be quite salty, and
Very soft, especially the good ones, which we usually serve, which is in oil, not in brine.
that's beautiful.
Look at that.
Yeah, we've got a.
Look
Now
at
this
that.
is
We've
from.
been talking about corks a lot lately.
We have, yeah. Well,
And,
we've seen a lot of nice ones lately.
we-
That was super polished, really pretty.
Very polished, and the font on this is gorgeous.
Yeah,
But look at that perfect little ring too.
yeah. That you can see it's heavily Grenache. See how red it is.
And now it's gone because
Yeah.
I'm clumsy.
Well, that's all right. We got
Welcome to
11
my
more.
world.
So this is one of Chef's favorite producers. He buys a lot of their Cote de Rhone.
They're actually, they have my name somewhere. on
I'm
their
sure
wine
they do. You've
because-
bought a lot of it. Escogote is the producer.
Now, and don't let the aesthetics fool you, because you've seen this in a black and gold label. And I've bought a warehouse full of the black and gold. Now, this is an elevated level, isn't it, Chef?
This is a specific area of Côte d'Aron. So you had Côte d'Aron, the whole area. This is from
Yeah, throw it all
Rasteau.
in there.
Rasteau is a specific region, small region. You know, it's not the size of Ventoux or Gigondas or any of that nature. But it is one of those little areas of the Rhone that needs to be talked about. And I believe that you probably like this a little better, wouldn't you say?
Well,
It's just
yes,
different.
Different. Because I don't like to put someone down for the sake of someone else's success.
Well, it's the same winery.
It's the same winery, and it's a different expression. It's a different
Absolutely.
region. So it's not that they're general Côte d'Aron, which is an expression of that moment in time from these different areas where they blended.
Right.
And this is an expression in time and it's also, this is a 16. I was buying 18 all through COVID.
Right.
I think I bought 20 cases of this during
yeah.
quarantine.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the only wine I was buying, but it was my go-to. And I think that was actually an 18 during COVID. So this is a much older wine from a different region. So it's a different snapshot in time. And I think that's something that we get lost on. It's not so much that one wine's better than the other. It's like a picture. If you took a picture of something, of your dog or your kid or your life in 2016, it's not going to look the same as it was in 2018, even though you loved that memory of 2016 as much as you did in 2018. That snapshot in time is going to be very different. And the same thing of this bottle. This bottle is a picture from 2016, and like the other is a picture from 2018. But all that is an expression of that moment in time that it blooms in your glass. So I love them both for different reasons, like my kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love all my kids, but I love them for different reasons because they're all different little humans, and some are bigger humans, but in different ways. And so I think the same is true of wine when you're trying to pick what you love and what you don't love. I mean, I just want to have my ashes scattered over the Rhone Valley because this is where this is my favorite expressions of moments in time, what they do there. All over the valley, but this is special.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Did I just go on a tangent? I'm sorry.
This is Grenache Syrah Mourvedre. It's a typical blend from this region. This one happens to be heavily on Grenache. It's about 70%. So typically, I mean, that's not really that out of bounds, but you'd expect in that kind of 45 to 60% usually. But I mean, you can do it however you want. That's the beauty of this area. And, this is a wine that I was really excited about, mainly because I trust the producer, and I know it's going to be a consistent quality. And now, knowing their portfolio a little bit better, I think that this is probably the best value in their portfolio because it delivers a lot more intensity than their standard Côte d'Aron. Just depends on what you're in the mood for that night.
And not at the expense of smoothness. This is much smoother than their standard Côte d'Aron because I like the rough edges. So their standard Côte d'Aron has a little, it'll pinch you a little bit on the edges, a little drier, a little rougher, which I prefer in my palate. But this is smooth and elegant.
It really is, and
not for the sake of the boldness, but I mean it's round on the ends, even though it hits you right in the middle. But it's a very elegant wine. The other is more of a table, rougherman's wine.
it is very polished to say the least.
Yes, polished.
Well, I
Great
got
word.
tons of when I first put my nose down this strawberry jelly. And it just reminds me of some Smuckers, and the flavor profile comes through almost has like a honeycomb involved, wrapped in there with the strawberries. But on the palate, it's not as aggressive as you might think it's going to be from the nose. It really,
Oh, yeah,
it really
agreed.
is. But everything is reinforced. It does show itself.
It
but
doesn't die.
It doesn't
The,
die.
the nose doesn't deceive you.
Right.
It's just pop, like you. I'm
Yeah.
just going to keep using that word because it's perfectly applied to this.
Mhm.
The nose is very vibrant and
Mhm.
big, like all the things you described.
Right.
And the taste doesn't disappoint in that area. It just becomes so silky and round and the soft tannins. The tannins are. I mean, I just got chipmunk cheeks.
Yeah,
From
you give this a little swish, you'll realize there are tannins that are very well hidden in this wine. Now the alcohol is quite surprising to me because
What's
this
that,
is
14.5?
14 and a half,
Yeah, that's
and it
doesn't taste like.
no,
It's not hot at all. It's not drinking hot.
Yeah, it's one.
It's actually it's drinking quite the opposite. I think if you blind tasted this, you go 12 or 13, 12, 5, 13 because it's so smooth.
And you would think after following 11.5 that the 14.5 would be like, oh my gosh.
Punch you in the nose, yeah. Nope.
That acidity is so perfectly integrated there. This is really hitting on all cylinders.
There's a hand. You can tell the hand behind this is a very thoughtful hand. I mean, the winemaker here, the team. Obviously, it's not one person like boiling a stew, but I mean, they really understood what they had here in this 2016 vintage, and they honored it very well. I mean, this would be. I would be happy with this on a Ventu label, a Chateauneuf lower tier level. I mean,
Sure.
This is like as good as anything that you're getting out of this region.
Yeah, this is a beautiful wine, and you should really take advantage of this. I do believe that most of our clientele is really going to appreciate this style because it gives you so much. It's almost like it has a little New World in it.
Ah,
Yeah,
great
it's-
call.
It's a little.
Great
yeah,
call.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not
Great call.
as earthy as some can be or mineral driven. I'm not saying that it's not there. It's just the fruit really seems to take precedence on this. Really steps
They're
up.
so round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, none of those things. You know, you go around the spectrum, and nothing like punches out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what really stands out about this wine. You could talk about all the attributes of the Rhone or the Côte de Rhone, and you could say earthy, mineral, fruit, but none of them stand out because it is so balanced.
Right.
It is so polished that it's just a fine wine, and you almost don't want to talk it to death, just because everything is so integrated on all those levels, and so I think that's what makes it special.
I would
Is it
agree.
not one thing stands out?
I totally agree, Chef. So what is this you got sitting over here to pair with it? That looks freaking gorgeous.
So, I know you're not excited about this because I'm the only one excited about this. Guess what we got back, Chevy? Saskatchewan Cove Walden.
that is the gooey
This
stuff.
is the gooey stuff. This is a small format.
I wish you could
It's a
see.
brie
This
style.
is just melting at room temperature.
So it's almost Saint Andre
It's-
at this point.
yeah, it's like that famous French Saint
Yes.
Andre. Look at that. I wish it's butter.
It's straight butter. Only this one's inoculated with walnuts and shiitakes.
Shoo wee.
Because we don't.
Gosh,
we know the.
It's been like a couple years since we had that. Isn't it? I mean, I can't remember the last time we had it.
We got a small batch. I ordered a case and they sent me one wheel.
I'm gonna have to taste this by itself.
Well, and I have to tell you, we ordered a case the last time it came in. We got one little baby 4-ounce wheel, and we shared it with our
Friends.
virtual people.
Yeah.
And no one from the restaurant got it. It was only through virtual. And so now it's back. We actually have 5 little wheels of it. So we still only have the 5 crotons. But thank
These
you.
together.
Thank you very
Are you
much.
kidding me?
Thank you very much.
Chef,
I mean, what are you going to do
I can't-
with something like that?
I'm gonna need you to have a piece with me.
And so we have our gorgeous bread, which is a very rustic artisan style bread. I didn't even toast it because you wouldn't. If
Right.
you were sitting there in
You're
in
just
southern
breaking
France,
bread.
if you were
You
in,
might even have it in your backpack.
if you were in southeast France, you would not be toasting this. You would just, that's exactly right. You'd be hiking or biking or
Hunting.
or traversing the vineyards on
Yeah.
foot. That's exactly right.
The
Oh my goodness.
yeah, the owner of our fine restaurant was at the chef's table on Saturday night, And he was so enamored by your duck chef that he wants to take us out duck hunting. I think we should pack this.
January. This is what's going.
We should pack this.
I've got 2 backpacks. It's out of this world. Out of this world. The complexity of an aged cheese like this, and usually in a small format croton, is very fresh. But they actually age this. So the walnut and the mushroom and the rennet really bloom, and you can see even the crust that they brush is so,
Yeah.
it's almost disintegrated
Yeah.
at this point because of the aging process. But this is a good thing. You know, cheese is a living thing, and sometimes you'll even see some green and red, and people are like, well, you know, we're not doing Wisconsin cheddar here.
Yeah, right.
We're doing artisan. It's a living thing. I mean, like the stuff you get at the store is dead. It's a dead cheese. It's no longer alive. Artisan cheeses are alive,
Just like a bottle of wine.
and just like a bottle of wine. So we welcome these, and of course we don't call them imperfections or impurities. We call them
Character.
badges of honor.
Yeah.
Character, yes.
Yeah.
And so we want that because we know that the character of the cheese is going to bloom, and there's no better example of this than what we're enjoying right now.
And you know, the walnut really brings out the natural aged flavor
Mhm.
of the cheese. It does not in any means cover up or
Oh no.
distract.
The
It almost
nuttiness
it
is a
enhances.
backbone.
It
It's a
enhances
backbone.
it.
It's like the foundation.
That's what I find
And
fascinating.
you have a lot of cheeses where the nuttiness
Chef,
is.
you better eat that.
No, you eat that.
It's for your health.
Thank you. What a life.
Right? A
Drinking this wine
life of
and eating this
debauchery.
Hmm?
Decadence, at the very least.
At the very least. Mm.
Mm.
Don't let it end. Cheers.
Mm.
Sorry for the silence there. We stopped talking for a minute because I bet you're at home right now doing the same thing we're doing, going, oh my God,
Yeah.
I'm drinking this wine and eating this cheese. What I do deserve this? What everything you've done in your whole life, you deserve
It
this.
has led up to this moment. So, I don't think we need to say any more words about this cheese, Chef. I think we've said it all
speaks
by
for itself.
ourselves.
It speaks for itself. It speaks loudly by itself. What a treat. And we are just thrilled to share this treat with you, except for the ones we're going to eat again once we turn the camera off.
Wow. Well, I better pour some more, Chef.
Well, quickly,
Hey,
before we lose that thought.
as we're heading out here, first of all, thanks for all your continued
Thank
support.
you, as always.
So I want to wish everybody a happy Halloween. It's coming up this Sunday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We won't see you again till after post Halloween.
We'll see you in November, believe it or not. I can't believe it. November.
Well, you know, it took 18 years to get from January to June.
It sure seemed like
and
it.
from June to today took 30 minutes.
Yeah, fast. Real fast.
Well, real quick before we sign off, I want to say how happy I am. You got away for a few days. You
I
and
did.
Lisa got to the beach. Tell us, give us a story or two.
We drove down Sunday. It was you know, beautiful day, beautiful driving weather. Met with our
You took Gigi, right?
Gigi the Jeep,
Mhm.
yes, and top down weather. You know, just absolutely beautiful, cool nights but warm days. And we went to Carolina Beach, we went to Curie Beach, and then we went to Fort Fisher and Southport. We spent a couple days just kind of hopping around, checking out all those. Took the ferry.
My kids love that ferry. I've
That
taken
ferry's
my
so
kids that ferry to the aquarium and back.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
many
that
times.
aquarium's
You
fantastic.
can't beat it. It's
Yeah.
one of the best days you'll ever have. Southport, it's an amazing town.
It's a $7 ride. It's fantastic. And so, you know, did all the little restaurants and,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Did you go fishy?
I went to Fishy. I didn't fish, but I watched fish jump out of the water and watched all the boats go by in the. So that's the Cape Fear River over there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, it feeds right in.
yeah, so you can literally, if you wanted to, you could paddle upstream to my dad's house.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, but we
Or
stopped.
get a jet ski.
Yeah, but we decided to drive, so on the way back, we stopped by Dad and saw Dad and
I
Elizabeth.
know he loved that.
Yeah, it was great. We had a couple of Budweisers.
What?
I know, right? So that's what we do. We drink.
So he
Budweiser.
went from Budweiser to Budweiser.
Correct.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah,
He's always changing.
yeah. He's consistent about that. But it was a great little recharge. We've had some pretty long, arduous weeks.
Well, I
and
wish
was
it were longer, but
nice
I'm glad
reset.
you got away. I wish you could have
Oh,
gone
no,
for
it
a
was
whole
perfect.
week, but I'm so glad you got away and
It's all I needed.
recharged the battery, spent some time.
I can't stay away from work, Chef. It drives me
Well,
crazy
it is
when
so
I'm away.
well. I don't think it drives you crazy. I think it keeps us all. It keeps us all out of prison.
That is true.
That's why I come to work every day because. the
But we love what we do.
The
So
penitentiary.
we love
Sweet.
what we do too. So that makes it pretty easy to drag
There's
your
some
butt.
passion there too.
Yeah. And I think on Friday and Saturday night at the chef's table, we were reminded of that by our clientele.
We were,
It's a
and
lot of
that's
work.
always refreshing.
Yeah.
To get that affirmation.
Sure.
Because it is a lot goes into it, simultaneously with what we give to the normal day-to-day operation.
Mhm.
So to have that, our side gig, that balloons both is very rewarding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm trying to think what wines I had while I was gone. Oh yeah, I had some Duckhorn Merlot.
Did you take it with you or did you buy it?
We went to a very fancy restaurant that had lots of nice wines, so we attacked,
So you
we
kinda like
attacked our
attacked
list.
the list? Yeah. I
mean-
bet they appreciated that too. I
and-
mean, I know when you love it when someone
Oh,
attacks your list.
Yes.
So to go and return the favor.
Return the favor.
Yeah, man, that's
Yep.
good.
And,
And give them the affirmation you love. Yeah.
Sure, and of course Lisa always packs a great variety of different IPAs that
Oh, yeah.
we consume throughout the 4 days. And then Levi, with our good friend Levi, he busted out a bottle.
Oh, he
of
was down
rye.
there too?
Yeah, yeah. So
Nice.
we spent the night with him and his girlfriend one night. We went out to eat.
Very
We
nice.
got into some rye, pretty good.
Nice.
Some of that rabbit hole, and it was
But that was
lovely.
great.
It didn't, something happened. I think there was a hole in the bottle or something.
I've heard that about Rise.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I've
they-
heard
they-
Rise.
they
They're
leak.
famous for that.
They
They're
leak.
leaky Rise.
Well, ate lots of seafood and enjoyed the great company, and now we're back and enjoying your company and more great food, more beverages.
Cheers. Life is good.
The lines blur a little bit in my life, and I love it. So thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again. Don't forget, we have chef tables available this weekend on Friday and Saturday if you're making some last minute decisions on how you want to impress somebody. And hey, if you ever have guests coming in town, you really want to impress them, try a winemaker's tasting with our winemaker on Saturday mornings. He does about 2 hours, probably longer than that, talking about his wines and wines of the world and how they fit in with the Yadkin Valley. It's really a lot of fun.
It's
That's
the
been
best
really
of
popular.
both worlds. I mean, you get all the knowledge of the Yadkin Valley, and you get the rounded knowledge of the world, so you know why the wines from here taste and explore like they are. So
And you're good food.
well,
Because you
get-
put
get
down
my
quite a
average.
spread for anybody that.
It's
does-
always a good spread. But it's a great 3-4 hours, and you learn a lot, and you get to have the giggle juice. It's
Mm.
great.
The Google Juice is good. Hey, everybody, we appreciate you every single week. We'll catch you next time.
Take care, everyone. Thank you again for all your support. We'll see you soon.